Hi again. I'm back with another, well, UFC review. Technically Ultimate Fight because this is the finale event for the Ultimate Fight Season 22. So, you know what? Let's just get right into it. First fight on the prelims: Chris Grutzmacher against Edgar Barris. Grutzmacher won by unanimous decision, and it was a really good fight. There was It definitely proved how tough Grits really is because I've always said he's one of the stronger guys in the Ultimate Fighter season, the 22nd season, and I think he did really well for himself. He did really good wrestling. His striking was, I think from what I remember, he did strike more in the fight with Yoverse. So well done to him. Well done to Yoverse as well for taking the punch because that was a really tough match. Next up, a flyweight fight between definitely two of the biggest up-and-comers recently in flyweight division. John Herrera, I almost said Jan by accident, John Herrera, and against Sanchez, and Herrera by TKO at 28 seconds of round two, but it was a very close fight. There were moments where it could have been stopped by either man. In both rounds, really, it was really cool to see. And yeah, John won in the end, but it was a very close fight up until that point. When John had Joey hurt, he just pretty much went for it. Next up, Ryan LaFleur versus Mike Pierce. I don't remember a lot about this one, but LaFleur, he's known for his wrestling mostly, but he did, because he's one of the taller welterweights, he used his range a lot. Definitely used a really good jab throughout the fight. I remember that, and I think he, I think Mike Pierce managed to defend his takedowns, which is something not a lot of fighters can say about that they've done against LaFleur. So yeah, so well done to both of them. And the last fight on the prelim card, and probably the most boring. It really wasn't that fantastic. Gabriel Gonzaga against Konstantin Arokin. Now, I think we're all pretty familiar with Gonzaga. We know how tough he is. I mean, we still think about that head kick knockout against Mirko Krokop back in 2007. Not a lot of people know who Konstantin is. I really had no idea who he was until I saw him on this event, and there's not a lot about him, but from his previous couple of UFC appearances, he has really good knockout power. I thought, okay, Gonzaga does too, and the two just stood there, throwing the odd punch maybe once every 30 seconds. It really was not an exciting fight at all. I mean, I don't mind two fighters standing up as long as they're actually doing stuff. These two were just going like, "Are you going to hit me?" It looked like they were kind of scared of each other, and it was just really not entertaining at all. Wasn't that fun, in my opinion. But Gonzaga won by unanimous decision, so he must have done something right. And that's it for the prelim card. Now we move on to the main card and the first fight, featuring my favourite of the American side in the Ultimate Fight season, Julian Erosa against Marcin Wojcik. And Erosa won somehow by split decision. I will agree. Erosa's jiu-jitsu looked great. There were a few situations where he got Wojcik worried, especially in the first round. I think he had him in a rear naked choke or a guillotine position. I don't remember too much. How the fuck did Julian win that? How did he win the fights he won in the Ultimate Fight, let alone this one? I just really don't like it. You guys by now. It was just he just dances around and attacks with the whole single shot thing because that's what he is. He doesn't bother going for combos. He just does enough, and it's I really don't like it. I really don't. Next up, we move to a featherweight fight between Tetsuya Kawajiri against Jason Knight. And Kawajiri, definitely one of the best Japanese fighters going right now. Definitely one of their best wrestlers too. He's got great takedowns. And he used that to really good effect against Jason Knight, who is kind of a newbie to me. I'd never seen him fight in the UFC before, although according to good old, Joe and Goldie, he had appeared before and he's got really good submissions. And you could see that part of the fight because he managed to throw some really good triangle and armbar attempts. But for the most part, it was Tetsuya who was controlling it. He had he had Jason on his back for pretty much the entire fight. He used great ground pound, he used great transitions, managed to stay away from the submission attempts. Well done to Kawajiri. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight more. And next up, a very surprisingly dull fight, as two of the most exciting fighters in the lightweight division, which is saying something considering this lightweight division. It's just chock full of awesome. Joe Lawson against Evan Dunham, and Dunham won by unanimous decision. And it was a really kind of meh fight. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't that memorable. And I mean, there were some great stand-up parts, but that's all I can remember. I think Evan opened up a cut on Lawson, but that's the extent of my knowledge. But we go from the very, very dull to the very, very, very amazing, as, excuse me, it's so awesome I had to burp, as Tony El Kukui Ferguson battled against Edson Barboza in what a freaking fight it was. These are two of my favourite lightweights going, two of the most underrated as well in my opinion, especially Ferguson. And it was a hell of a fight. I mean, Barboza's kicks, we know how tough they are, and he landed some good ones on Ferguson, but El Kukui managed to tank them. And very, very well done to him. And Barboza tried some new kicks as well. He tried some really cool hook stuff. He tried a hook kick or two, I think. Definitely managed to get some good leg kicks, but Ferguson in the end managed to get the finish at 2 minutes and 54 seconds of the second round by a DOS choke submission, which is always nice to see. You don't see enough DOS chokes, and I like a DOS choke. It's a really good submission. It's just cool to see. So, oh man, that really was a good fight. I am proud of that one. That sounds a bit weird to say, but yeah. Next up, we had the, well, technically the finale for the actual tournament. As I mentioned in my video yesterday about the last episode of The Ultimate Fighter, it was the first time that two fighters who were eliminated are returning to fight in the finale against each other. And it was Ryan Hall from Team Faber against Artem Lobov from Team McGregor, and Ryan won by unanimous decision, and it was a really, really good fight. He managed to use some really great jiu-jitsu. Lobov managed to avoid it, but in the end, Hall was just really victorious. His jiu-jitsu was really off the charts. He tried some really crazy stuff with his leg locks, his 50-50 position, is the strongest aspect of his game, and managed to use that to great effect. But no, nothing against Lobov. He's a tough dude, and he came back with a freaking vengeance on the show after he lost to the fight to get into the house. I'd like to see him. And now we have the last fight, which ended quite quick, as Frankie Edgar fought Chad Mendes, and Frankie Edgar won at 2 minutes and 28 seconds of the first round by knockout with a really good flush left hook. I mean, it was a really good right hand throw behind it, but then the left just completely bonked Mendes and knocked him the hell out. And I think it shows how tough Frankie is. I think he's very underrated in terms of his finishing abilities. While a lot of people like to sort of make jokes about him being the rematch guy, which all in all is kind of true, I guess, you can't deny his freaking fighting. You especially can't deny it when he lands a really cool knockout like that, because that was good to see. But, as always, we've got to call it, and, oh, before I do, yes, obviously, the McGregor Aldo event review is coming out tomorrow. What did I think of this event? I thought it was really good. It was a lot more memorable than the last Ultimate Fighter finale event I reviewed, but I didn't actually see that season because I couldn't find it anywhere to watch on the TV and stuff. So, I don't know, syndication issues can be a bitch sometimes when it comes to that. It's really annoying. So, yeah, I can't wait to review that. Oh god. It was such a good event. Anyway, I'm gonna turn stuff around any further. Thank you all for watching. Take care. I will see you all next time.